Namaste everyone. Welcome to our West Coast Gentle Yoga session. This type of gentle yoga is designed as a palliative yoga. Palliative yoga is primarily a preventive style, but it can have therapeutic effects also. It is designed for stress reduction and to increase the energy of communication in body systems, which stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular discipline practice is key. So if you miss a day, please use the video recording on YouTube at Life in Yoga Rajan. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either. So people with any religious background can do this. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. Some points to remember are always keep your spine straight but not stiff. And if you need to, support your back. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better. Visualize the part of the body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain, and you should do it within your capacity. Make sure your breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, please send an email to the email addresses provided in the reminder email. And remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. So we are open for any questions or any discussions, and of course I noticed that we have perhaps a new person today. We have Anu L. Is not a name I have seen before. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sorry, this is Anu here. I generally join the East Coast. I was not able
okay,
to make
Anu.
it, so I just joined the West one. Sorry.
Very good, very good. Nice to see you, hear you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, Narayan, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, when in Yoga Sutras you say that one should be a pure observer, that pure observer is basically emotionally you're supposed to be a pure observer, not physically, right?
That's correct. Not being affected by things.
So emotionally, it's not that you're not doing the everyday stuff that you're supposed to do.
Exactly. You're engaged with everything, but you're not affected by anything.
So, okay. So it's the emotional part that they are saying. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, if there are no questions, we can begin. Or is there any particular disease segment anybody would like to? We have spoken about the spinal health as well as diabetes in earlier sessions. We can talk about anything, respiratory disorders or anything if people have an interest, or anything else.
You can talk about the respiratory disorders.
How many people want to hear that? Can I have a show of hands? Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. So when it comes to respiratory disorders, they fall into probably 2, 3, 4 categories. The worst kind of disorder is when the lung does not function anymore. And there are 2 classes of the lungs not functioning. One class of lungs that is not functioning is called pulmonary fibrosis. In other words, the lungs literally become like hard leather. So the permeability for air exchange is not possible. Now, I suppose because other than perhaps one person here, there isn't anybody else who's a physician. I know you're the only person who is the physician. So the thing is, if you look inside the lung is like as fine as a spider web, right inside the air sacs, the alveoli. And so because it is so delicate, that is the reason the air exchange can take place, where the oxygen and the carbon dioxide can go to do that. Now, what happens is, for the air sacs to maintain its elasticity, within the body, there is this fluid that is produced that allows the elasticity called surfactant. So that is how it is able to have the flexibility as well as the air exchange and everything possible. So the worst kind of the thing is when all of this becomes completely like leather. So there is no more permeability, everything is gone. That is what is called fibrosis. Whereas on the other hand, when the flexibility is lost, but not necessarily the permeability, it means there is not enough air exchange happening, but it's not complete zero, like when it becomes complete leather, like fibrosis. Then in which case, those are the places where different kinds of, COPD, emphysema, all of these things get in that category. Now, of course, more commonly, when we look at respiratory conditions, you look in terms of anything where the air passageway, the bronchus are affected. So when there's a temporary infection, you call that as bronchitis. Whereas on the other hand, if it is the nature of the bronchus to react, when you are asthmatic, because you're allergic to environmental things and things like that, or whatever your stress creates asthma or whatever. So these asthmatic reactions is the other side. So this is the whole range of respiratory disorders that you could deal with. And every one of these respiratory disorders we can deal with. Now we have a doctor here who might be surprised when I make that statement. How can we deal with pulmonary fibrosis? How can we deal with COPD, emphysema, right? So the thing is basically, what is very interesting is, now the simple part, the asthma part, I'll cover it another day. Is there anybody here who is asthmatic? Oh, well, the two of you, we have had the conversation before. But we'll catch up the asthmatic thing maybe tomorrow. But on the other hand, when it comes to the deeper level things related to COPD, emphysema, pulmonary fibrosis is the worst, because that is where you can do nothing. There is no air passageway. The only solution is lung transplant. And of course, this is an area on which we are beginning to do research, and we are very pleasantly happy to report that we seem to be able to reversing pulmonary fibrosis. It is shocking, right? And actually, we are still watching the case. And I'll tell you this case specifically because here is a person who is like in his late 50s. And for whatever reason, God had a plan. This person is actually a researcher in the National Heart and Lung Institute of the National Institutes of Health. And he works in the area of lung diseases. And he knows all about pulmonary fibrosis and all the diseases. Okay. So this scientist develops pulmonary fibrosis. And the way it is detected is he is walking up the stairs sometime in October of 2019. And he finds he's having shortness of breath. And so after a thorough examination, they find, of course, he needed a stent or something in his heart. But more importantly, through whatever imaging they did, they saw he had developed pulmonary fibrosis. Right in the edges of his lungs, the honeycomb cells had started forming. And so what happened was, they could also see that his oxygen concentration was not the way it is for normal people. But it had not gone to a zone of complete danger. Usually in modern medicine, if your oxygen concentration stays above 90%, they don't think you need oxygen. So he was in the range of like 92, 93% kind of thing was where he was sitting at. So now, knowing all the medications that are being used for pulmonary fibrosis, being a researcher himself, he made a decision. He doesn't want those medications because he was afraid it will affect his heart and other things. And knowing his condition, because he's a researcher and expert in that area, right? So he decided not to have the medications. And end of May, he came to us for consultation. And with the use of 2 mantras, we were immediately able to find from our reading with the Nadi machine we have, the electrophotonic imaging, that it was making a big impact on reversing it. So we told him, keep doing. And he had the faith. And not only did he have the faith, being a researcher, he monitors every day his oxygen concentration and heart rate. And it has been since June 1st of last year. We have gone more than 7 months. And we have the day-by-day record of his recovery. And his oxygen concentration has come back to normal. And so the thing is, you see, so he is now in experiencing normal oxygen concentration between 97 and 98%, relative to where he was like 92, 93%. Okay. So what we have suggested to him is that to give another 2 months before he goes and has another imaging, because only if they go and compare the imaging of one time to the other, people will believe something has changed, right? So in another 2 months or so, he will be doing the imaging. And when that happens, we will kind of have the, from a modern medicine perspective, how the change has occurred, right? So that is the story. So if there is, we'll talk more about respiratory thing next time. So with that, we'll close over here. Okay, Snigdhaji, go ahead.
I have a quick question. You talked about his oxygen went up. So it's 95 on the low end, oxygen intake considered low end, 95?
See, what happens is my mother is 92 years old, okay? And she's pretty frail. And if you look at her normal oxygen concentration, my mother will range about 95, 96 is where she is, okay? Now, if you look at people who are in normal, good health, typically, and particularly if you look at your children, teenagers or people who are in their 20s and 30s, they will typically look healthy people around 98, 99 is where they will be, okay? Oxygen concentration. Now, through the aging process, people can have a little bit of regression. And as I said about my mother, 92 years old, so she's like at 95, 96. Okay. And what was very interesting was at one point in time when I saw my mother was not breathing so well, and it was going like 94 and she lacked vitality and things. So when I consulted the pulmonologist, in the pulmonologist's office, they did something that is called the 6-minute walk test. So they made her walk for 6 minutes. And when she walked, her oxygen concentration actually went up. So from 94, it went up to 96. And that's why I make her walk every day. And so anyway, so this is the, so to understand, yes, you have to think in terms of for normal people, 96 or above is where you want to see people be. If you're going below 96, if you're in the range of 90 to 95, then there is something not right.
Because I'm at 95 and I don't want to go to the doctor these days to check it out. And so I was just wondering if these breathing exercises will help me.
I'm sure it will. But more importantly, I would recommend for you our respiratory mantra, Haim Im Am. Please do that for half an hour every day, and that will have better respiratory impact, as well as the Basrika Pranayama.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Thank
those are the two things you should focus on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's begin with our chakra vibrations. Bring the awareness to the perineum. And since everybody here has been into a yoga session with us, I don't think I need to repeat anything. Actually, yes, I think there are no new people today, right? Okay, people who have not come to our yoga session. So focus at the perineum and press the little finger with the thumb, and we do the mantra LUM. So take a deep breath in. Let go of the little finger and continue. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is behind the place where we urinate, and focusing there, we do the mantra VAM as we press the ring finger against the thumb. Let's take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the finger and continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Let's bring our awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. And as we draw in at the navel, we do the mantra Ram and we press the middle finger against the thumb. Let's take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the finger and continue. Ram. Ram. Now let's bring the awareness in the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and there we do the mantra Yam as we press the index finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. Yam. Yum. Release the finger and continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and let's do the mantra hum. Thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Hum. Release the fingers and continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do the mantra chum. Thumbs up mudra. Chum. Now bring the awareness to the top of the head, and here we do Om, again thumbs up mudra. Release the fingers and continue. Last time. So now Vijay is taking over to go on to the happy.
So we'll do the happy face breathing, Ujjayi Pranayama. Bring your awareness to the throat. Throat is at the base of the mouth through which food and air passes. Focusing there, make a big smile and feel a stretch in the throat. Focusing on the stretch, inhale and exhale slowly and gently as you feel the air rubbing along the stretch. Please continue. We'll now move to the respiratory mantra. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your awareness to the sternum in the middle of the body and feel a straight line from the sternum to the top of the head and leaving the body. Along that line, mentally vibrate Haim, Im, It's the 3 syllables, Haim, Im, and make sure it leaves the body. If you have difficulty visualizing the straight line, bring your awareness a few inches above the head and mentally vibrate Haim, Im, focusing there. Please continue. We'll now move to the spinal alignment exercises and begin with the neck exercise. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently bring the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring the other ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back to the center, exhale and look over one shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back to the center, and with the next inhalation, take your head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale and head backwards. Exhale and chin down to the chest. And continue. As you exhale and come back down to the center, we'll do the 360-degree neck rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half. And continue in the same direction. As you come back down to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half. And continue. Relax as you come back. Now move to the shoulder exercise and alternate shoulders. Inhale and lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Inhale and lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now move to the hand exercises. Stretch your hand and keep them straight. As you inhale, open out your palms and keep them perpendicular to the forearm. As you exhale, thumbs in and fists down. Inhale, exhale, and continue. As you exhale and bring your fist down, we'll do the fist rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half. And continue. As you come back to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half. Continue. Relax as you come back. The next exercise, let's bring our elbows in line with the shoulders. Open out your palms and move your wrists up and down as you inhale and exhale. Continue. As you come back down, we'll switch directions. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you come back down. Continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, we'll interlock our hands and place them behind the head. Make sure your elbows are at 180 degrees and the head is straight. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back. And continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows above the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale and come back. Exhale and pull on the other elbow. Inhale and come back. And continue. Feel the stretch along your shoulder blades as you do this exercise. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows behind the back. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back. And continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our hands on either side of the spine. As you inhale, push back on one side, making a backward arch. Exhale and come back. Inhale and push on the other side. Exhale and come back. Continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now do both our shoulders together. Inhale and lift up both your shoulders. Exhale, push back, rotate, and bring it back down. Inhale and exhale. And continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's cross one leg over the other and hold the knee with your interlocked hand. Exhale and bring up the leg and turn your head to the same direction as the leg you're holding. Inhale and release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Feel the stretch along your thighs as you do this. As you come back down, we switch to the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. Continue. Relax as you come back down. We'll now do the cycling exercise. 5 counts on each leg. Inhale and bring up the leg. Exhale and stretch it out in a cycling motion. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We switch to the other leg. Inhale and leg up. Exhale and stretch it out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax as you come back. We'll now do a couple of minutes of Anulom Vilom, the alternate nostril breathing, before we move to Basrika Pranayama. So for all the alternate nostril breathing, we exhale and inhale through the same nostril. So if you begin your first inhalation through the left nostril, close your left nostril, exhale and inhale through the right nostril, close your right nostril, exhale and inhale through the left nostril, close the left nostril, alternate and continue. As you complete the breath, we'll move to Basrika Pranayama. So as a reminder for Basrika Pranayama, the exhalation is a little longer than the inhalation, and we'll do this to a count of 20. For the first round, I'll keep track of both the inhalation and the exhalation. And for the second round, I'll keep track of the inhalation, and please follow through on the exhalation at your own pace. We'll do this keeping our eyes closed, and please visualize the vitality of the breath as we inhale and exhale. When you're ready, inhale, exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in the head and also as they gently dissipate. As the sensations subside from the head, we move to the next round. When you're ready, inhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations within. Once the sensations have subsided, we'll do another short round of 10 counts. As the sensations dissipate, we'll move into the final round. Are you ready? Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations within.
As the sensations in your head dissipate, we will now go into meditation. Tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts, and I care about nothing. If you have a personal mantra, you can chant that personal mantra in your mind. If not, we will be playing Om, and you can focus on the Om. Use whatever mudra works for you. keeping your eyes closed, affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I was born. With that, bring both your palms about 6 inches in front of your face. As you open your eyes, look directly into the palm of your hands. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
See you tomorrow.